Senator Bob Bennett is fighting for Utah oil and gas leases. The senator is threatening to hold up an Interior Department appointment until the Utah leases are resolved.
But environmentalist Tim DeChristopher, who faces felony charges for disrupting the lease auction, says the leases must be stopped. 2 News' Rod Decker talked with both DeChristopher and Bennett. And are these leases DeChristopher falsely bid on, is it all going to be legal?
Well, the leases, DeChristopher bid on 13 leases, but Secretary of the Interior Salazar withdrew 77 Utah leases. Bennett says that breaks the rules, that hurts Utah, and he's demanding that the Interior restore those leases.
We're afraid this is the first demonstration on the part of this department that they will pay no attention to their own rules.
After years of study, the BLM auctioned off Utah oil leases last December. Environmentalist Tim DeChristopher is accused of felonies for falsely bidding on some of them. A judge issued a temporary injunction against the auction. Interior Secretary Richard Salazar withdrew 77 leases, including those DeChristopher bid on. Now Bennett says until he gets satisfaction on Utah oil leases, he'll block Salazar's choice for the number 2 position at Interior.
We're no longer going to accept that situation. We're no longer going to accept the fossil fuel industry running our government.
Tim DeChristopher says those leases must be stopped.
We're really in a desperate situation where we need to cut back on fossil fuels very drastically and very quickly, and it's unfortunate that the fossil fuel industry has put us in that situation.
The potential revenues to Utah in the form of royalties from these leases is in the hundreds of millions of dollars.
DeChristopher says instead of drilling for more oil and gas, just tax the oil and gas more.
I wonder why he's not attacking the state legislature for turning down an increase in the severance taxes for oil.
So Bennett's fighting a nomination to Interior, and he says he'll hold that nomination up until he gets satisfaction on the oil leases. Tim DeChristopher says global warming means those leases have got to be stopped, and if Utah loses a few $100 million, it can just raise its taxes. Back to studio.
And DeChristopher's got a fight on hand in court, too, doesn't he?
He is headed for court later this month. He's charged with 2 felonies for disrupting that auction. The U.S. Attorney for Utah says maybe a plea deal can be worked out.
Okay, we'll see what happens
Thanks,
there.
Rod.
Appreciate that.